Okay, hey everybody. Today we're going to be replanting all of our plants. Everything has been harvested now, except for the peppers. They're not ready yet, but so we're going to get all this cleaned up and replanted today. So see you in a little bit.
All right, look at that, everybody. She's full again. I told you this week we would have the plant update again. All right, so let's go over here and start with the little trees. They're still little. They don't really grow that fast. So there's not much of an update on them. But look at the peppers, guys. Look at the peppers. Look, this one right here, this hot pepper, we're going to have like several hot peppers already. You can see the flowers and everything, so that's amazing. That little pepper there that's leaning against the support also has some on it, so that will be interesting. And back there, look, the bell peppers are starting with theirs too. They're getting bigger, that's for sure. We also have the wind blowing, as you can see, so it helps strengthen them, get the air movement on them. I have replanted my chamomile because I have no idea what's going on here. It looks more like it's passing away than it is anything else. So, and then we just recently planted more lavender, like literally just planted, so you're not going to see anything. More borage, and more of the anise on this side. Then you'll notice the fountain is missing. Had to clean it up for the new ideas that'll be coming soon. But we're taking advantage. I got one little tree. This little guy has been through heck and back and still survived, so it's amazing. And then as you see, our mint kind of went nuts. So it survived, so we're just letting it go, and we'll see how big it gets. And over here is the side that we replanted everything in there. So up front we got the spinach. Again, we just planted it, so you won't see much. Kale again. And this time we decided to do the salad mix instead of the oak leaf lettuce. And then back here, you'll see we've got our 3D printed first two pots that we did. So they have the sage in them. Next to that is the thyme. Up front here, you see I got some cilantro. Actually, one of the seeds needs to be covered. It popped up. Get that covered. There we go. Just didn't notice. Alright, we had some technical issues. I didn't realize I hit the stop on the button, so we're back here at the cilantro. I recovered the seed. Then we got some more sweet basil there. And I replanted 2 chamomile because, we love, 2 people in the house now love chamomile tea, so I figured we'll see what we can see if we get both of them to come up. And over here on the other end, we got the other tree. So it's looking pretty good like the rest of them. So there you guys have it. This is everything on the inside. So now, if you give me a moment, we're going to go outside and we'll check out the outside. Alright everybody, so here we go. We're going to head outside. You can see the deck is still wet. We got a little bit of rain, or well, a lot of rain. I'm going to go over here to the lettuce, and you're going to notice, yeah, she's starting to, I've been told that this is due to saturation and everything because we've gotten so much rain here. So I'm just trying to let this little guy go to seed so I can collect the seeds. And there, just pick some of the bad stuff out. But yeah, so we have had so much rain that our little lettuce plant has gotten a little overwhelmed with water. So I'm just going to let it get to seed and see what we can collect on the seed for it. As you can see, the dill did try. It's still in there. So it did try. We're getting a little bit of rain and wind right now, so hopefully you can still hear me. All right, come over here. And And here you guys go. Look at the peppers. Look at them. And the daisies. The daisies have really made a comeback, if you notice. Some of them have died off, but the stronger ones have survived. And then the wind out here that we've been having recently has given us some really good strong peppers out here. As you see, they're getting blown around right now. We've got several buds. I believe these ones in the front are the hot peppers, and those ones in the back and right there are the bell peppers. They are starting to show signs of their little pods and everything. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see. You can see that right there. So they're growing great, doing great out here. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing. It's awesome.
Okay, the other thing too is 3D printing. It's been quite the adventure. Still having some difficulties with water tightness and everything, but it's coming along pretty good. Probably be a little while, but before we get anything really going. This is going to turn all into hydroponics down here, but we're having a leaking issue, which I was told would happen, so we're trying to look into what we could use to clear coat them to seal them up. Got a couple ideas, but I'm not sure what would be best. If anybody out there has any ideas of what to use, leave a message and we'll look into it and everything.
Okay, here we are. This is version 2 attempt, and so far it looks like it's staying watertight. Don't see any leaks. So we'll keep testing this for a little while here. We've got some mint that we want to put in here. So she'll be doing that once we know this is watertight. Probably do that tomorrow. See you then.
Okay, here we are the next morning, and it did have a little bit of leak. I think it happened around here at the seam. It's hard to see on camera, but yeah, we did have a little bit of leak. The water level's still up in there, so it's not doing too bad. So maybe with a few more changes, but we're also thinking of trying to find some sort of clear coat that would help seal that up. Have any ideas? Let us know.
Okay, everyone, now I'm going to take, these are little spearmint sprigs my mother-in-law brought us. I'm just going to trim off the bottom part, bottom leaves. I'm going to trim a little bit off the end. Like that. I'm just going to take it and stick her down. I was just going to say, I think we're going to need a couple more leaves gone. Alright, hang on. These we want to keep because of the drying those. Wow, it smells so much spearmint. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, there we go. There's one. See why wow, these really are strong. I wish we had smell-o-vision, guys. You'd be able to smell these too. It's like, wow. They are strong. Enough? Oop. Not enough? Oopsies. Okay. I'll stick another one down there. Oh, hang on a second. I had a feeling that might happen. Didn't get past that. Let's stick another one down there. And what do you think? One more? Yeah. Alright, we'll do one more.
This is to get the roots started, then they'll go into their own.
Exactly.
Get more pots printed.
Not that one. Ah, here we go. We'll do this one. That leaf is actually dead. We'll grab this one. And there we go. Okay, and we'll just trim off a little bit again on the end. So it will go into the pot. Alright, there we go, everybody. It is now ready for, hopefully we'll get some roots here the next little while and we'll see it come back.
Okay, everyone, after that time lapse, there's what we've got. Daughter and Matt found Thingiverse and thought this would be really cool. It's a tea bag holder. So when your tea is inside your cup, it goes around the cup there at the bottom, holds the string on there, a little fishing rod. I thought that'd be so cool. It's kind of cute. Printed really fast. Not too bad. Came out pretty nice. Okay, well, 3D printing, it's quite interesting to do and everything. Now, I did go with the cheap end, and there's been a lot of issues, a lot of trial and error. It's been really slow getting it going. As you see, I've made a couple of things, but I've had quite a few failed prints and everything. Bed adhesion has been a big issue of mine. I think I figured out the problem. The actual bed itself has a couple of flaws in it, so that's making it so it's not adhering as well as it should. So probably end up getting a new bed, but for the moment, I'll just move my prints back further on the bed where it should be okay. Other than that, there has been quite a bit of learning curve on this. It's taken a lot longer than I thought it would. I did a lot of research ahead of time, but still, it's not enough until you actually get the machine and start running it. Yeah, it's been quite the episode. I've done major upgrades across the board on this. I don't have the exact cost on what this machine is costing me at this point, but I believe it's probably around the $500 mark with the upgrades and that. But I'll let you know in a future video if anybody is curious. If you're just going to do PLA, the machine, that's probably pretty good. But if you get into any other materials that need a higher temp, like PETG, I can't remember some of the other flexible ones at the moment, but they need a higher heat. So that's where this machine, in its original form, won't do it. which is why I upgraded the print head, the hot end, because the original not good for the heat. The dual extruder and all of that, and the bed springs. Even if you're doing PLA, I would upgrade the bed springs for $10, and you get 10 springs, so it's not real expensive. You got extras too if you need to replace later on, because I'm sure they're going to wear out over time. But other than that, it's actually been going pretty good. I'm going to be spending this week, I'm going to be oiling up the different parts that need to. I've noticed the dual extruder there probably could use a little oil, make everything move a little bit better. I'm going to do some recalibrations, just tweak things a little bit that I've noticed after watching this machine, which is one thing where I'm good at. I've always been able to hear and tell when machines are running properly, if there's something needs to be done. Not to brag, but I have been pretty in tune with machinery now and then, so it's getting there. Now, I have seen a lot of these new other printers, the more expensive ones, and I would love to have one of them. But for now, this Ender 3, it's working. I've almost got it tweaked up and ready to start, hopefully, manufacturing. I got a lot to do upstairs on our planter because I'm going to be building a whole new water tank and fountain in the center. It's not going to be a whole lot because we don't want too much light hitting the water, because, well, that's why our other fountain has kind of failed, because it grew too much algae. So we're changing that up. Other than that, yeah, things are looking pretty good here. We'll have this going nicely soon. We have also got a few little surprises coming eventually once I get this all tweaked out. So we'll see how that goes in time. Okay, well, that's about it for this video. Hope it was informative. If anybody would know what would be a good sealer to help watertight these containers, that would be great. I've looked at some Flex Seal and a couple others. Would love to hear what anybody else would have to say on one that would be safe for the plants, but seal those containers, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to print watertight. It's been a real tricky one. It's all over the YouTube, and that is really difficult to do. So I don't know if I'll be able to. So if you got any ideas on sealant, that'd be great. I also like to give a shout out to Tuber Chat there. The wife won this awesome tripod off of his 600th episode. So much nicer, much taller. It actually reaches my height, which is great. Good solid base and everything. I'm really enjoying this. So it's also got a spot on top that I can put a light on, which I am actually in the process of figuring out how to print my own light. So that way we'd have some better lighting for all of this. So I've got some LED strips that I'm currently not using, white ones. They might be a little bright, but we can try them out first. I can always get some other LED lights down the road, but real great because I can just take those measurements, 3D print a nice bracket, and we'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys see that one when I come to it. So, but other than that, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week on another plant update, which we should have some growing by then, and hopefully some more prints coming out. Maybe a short time lapse on the oiling and reconfiguring of the machine just a slight bit. We're talking millimeters, so it's going to be tough. But other than that, we'll see you next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.